Been biting my tongue for all this time. Won't let anyone cut me short. I was thinking this was the way to go, and you put up your puppet show. I say cheers to life. No, I'll be no good man's wife. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. So I woke up, sun in my eyes. Forgot all about what I did last night. What I do remember that it was real, real nice. Talks about me are never good. I don't live like the way that I should. Oh well, I'm in for some fun tonight. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. No, you better go home. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Hey now, just you and I, we could be the next Bonnie and Clyde. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Oh, it's a time to rise up. Live the life we're proud of. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into Friday night. Dad Bill's is getting some news ready. We got Molly in here with us tonight. Going to be a fun time. Maybe some more friends coming in via phone or shuttle. We're going to do a recap tonight of the big meetup this past weekend. We got some fun stuff to share with you. Going to have some good laughs there. Got a lot of acknowledgments this week. A lot of stuff going on in the community that we're going to get caught up on. It's been about 3 weeks since I've done that, so I'm looking forward to doing that. We'll have some laughs, some fun. It'll be a good time here tonight. So let's get this party going, get it knocked out so that we can do it. Live Plays Dean does a great job with everything you guys support. 150 family-friendly channels out there. We love Dean and the Live Plays. Got some excellent partners out here. Dad Bill's on here with us. 6 other ones on there from the parks and from home. They do a great job. I love all of them. Got a Crusaders. They support our channel. Can't do the things we do without their support. We're grateful to them. Thank you to Dan and Disney Waters for allowing us to partner and post over there on his Facebook group, 21,000 strong. And executive producers from all over right now, getting content coming in from worldwide and love to put it up. We're grateful to them. All of our producers, all of our executive support team, everybody can be found on the front of my YouTube channel. Check them out, guys. Give them a little bit of love where we go. We're on Facebook. We're working hard over there. We're doing a book. We got a group going, the whole 9 yards over on Facebook. Keeping busy. Check us out over there. We're staying busy over here on Instagram. We're working hard over there and working on the TikTok level as well, just trying to keep our relevancy. And, of course, we have a Discord platform that's doing really well with, over 200 people over there, 250 people over there. It's a good thing. Membership's available on the channel if you like it. 4 different tiers available. Do one of the higher tier levels. We'll get you out one of the Disney minted coins. We're always proud to do that and grateful for your support. Brought to you by Jeanne-Claire, Zoel's World, and her amazing travel company. It's JW.
Jeanne-Claire Wise Travel is an upscale travel design and consulting firm specializing in curating ultra-luxurious travel destinations designed specially for business professionals, focusing to deliver the once-in-a-lifetime experience that will create lasting memories, encompassing adventures in Europe or the Americas, luxurious river cruises, relaxing beach getaways, or detailed trips to Disney locations worldwide. Jeanne-Claire Wise Travel personalizes the experience. What rich and exciting moments do you want to create for yourself this year? Well, start writing your story with a Jeanne-Claire Wise Travel today. Wish Upon a Disney Destination Guide is your location for fun and relaxation. This destination guide is informative information with advice on planning and having the best Disney trip ever. Programming providing you fun, helpful checklists, templates, and PDFs for tips to planning your trip, fun activities, recipes, and so much more. A place to escape for a moment in your busy, hectic day and have a quick Disney-themed fun games, trivia, ride videos, fun facts, and so much more. Disney Destination Guide. It's your place to go.
Appreciate JSA Creations. Appreciate Wish Upon Susan so much. She does a great job with her stuff. We got a P.O. Box. We love to receive mail. Preston loves to open it. Love for you to do that. Drop it something into the P.O. Box. Hey, Sunday nights, it's the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. You don't want to miss it. This week's guest will be a good one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk a little bit more about that a little later on the show. But every Sunday night at 6 o'clock, it's the ladies coming through strong with the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. You got to check that out on Sunday nights and their Instagram as well. Park Hopper Choppers, we're proud to be affiliated with them. Hashtag I am a subscriber. I am a follower. I am a client of PHC, Central Florida's best mobility scooter rental company down in Central Florida. Reach out to them. Tell them I sent you. They would love that. And, of course, the ladies of YouTube that crush it out there on a regular basis on their channels. You can see their logo up here. They're doing a great job. We encourage you to check them out, especially the amazing.
Hi there, my name is Allie from Cinder Allie Loves Disney. On my channel, I share Disney pins, items from my collection. I do unboxings, movie reviews, Disney park vlogs, and more. We have so much fun. Be sure and stop by and say hi. Let me know you heard about me from the Pete McDivitt Show. And as always, make it a Disney day.
Guys, welcome in. Good to see you guys here on a Friday night. Good to be back. First, obviously, ladies first. Molly, welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Chris is waving to you from the side. Other way.
Oh, this way.
Yeah, that way. There you go. So, Chris, welcome back. It's good to be back in the saddle here, and you have an internet, me being in the big chair, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, back online.
Yeah, back
where
online.
We're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's people have missed you streaming. I'm glad you're back in and not stuck in an airport still, which we might talk about a little bit later. Yeah, you are not in an airport, right? I'm just double checking. You're not.
I'm not.
Wait, hold on. What? You just scratched your head with which finger was that?
This one.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. You ready for news tonight? I know there's some. Everything's about.
I'm getting there. Yeah.
Everything's about Halloween at 100 degrees.
I was about to say, if you don't know what the big news this week is, you haven't watched a single stream today. So
seems like
they're everywhere.
Was there? Jen, we're going to talk about the recap of the weekend. There was a lot of good memories, a lot of fun. Should be fun to talk about tonight.
Yep, looking forward to that.
We'll have a good time there. And, of course, we got some highlights for the, magical memories, people in the parks with Baker. We got a couple pictures this week. A lot of highlights. A lot of people had success stories over the last 3 weeks, so we'll recognize that as well. So I don't know if you guys want to hang tight for a second, but I'll go ahead and, while Chris is pulling up that, I don't know, Molly, you can do the wave or the high five or whatever. I'm going to say hi to chat while we're doing it here. Yeah, that's good. That's better. I like that.
Can I do the Steve wave?
In your face thing? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can do the whatever you. Tonight is the whatever you want to do wave, guys. That's okay. They're good. So, quick here. Debbie Burnfeld, we'll give her first in the chat tonight. Big Matt is in the chat. Good to see you, Debbie Thunert. Hello, Peace Weezy Feeling Irene here. Janice Disney, good to see you. T. Marie's Place. Birdwell, hello, Birdwell. Good to see you. Fred O'Malley is in the house. Fred won something this week at last Friday's thing, so that was pretty cool. Let's drop it down. Genie525 is in the house. Paul Engel is in the house. Good to see you, Paul. Fans of the Green Bay Packers, welcome in. Boop, 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 boop. As I drop down, Stephanie Keel, hello. Samantha Lowe, good to see you. Welcome in. Stream
Is
Elements.
that it, Nicole?
Do you need to wave to Stream Elements, Jen? I don't know if you need to.
No, Nicole was giving me instructions on how the wave goes.
Okay.
So I was trying to. You have to hold up your hand with your other hand
Okay.
like this.
Yeah, I can't definitely.
I
Can't.
think.
Rachel
Nicole, is
says,
that right?
hello, Jill Watchbrick. Hello, good to see you. Angela Minta is in the chat with us. As we
I
go
know
down.
her.
That I'm watching you on my big screen, and that's really interesting over there. Both of your hands waving like crazy. Jeff says he wants me to bring my volume up. My volume is pretty up. Can you guys hear me okay? Is my
You
volume
were a little low
in the chat?
before.
I was?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know that Preston, unless somebody screwed with my mic. Hold on, which is quite possible because Gonzo and Baker were really here. Let me see. Hold on.
I know those people.
Yeah, well, they were playing with my microphones. Comes louder.
American Airlines wants me to rate my experience.
Oh God, that can't be good. Is that any
Be careful what you ask for.
No, that's worse. That sounds like you're.
Thank you. I think they played with my microphones. Let me play with that. All right, see if that is now better. How's that?
That's a little bit better.
All right, let me pull it out. I think they played with my mic and my gain in here. Gonzo was in here screwing around with stuff. I know stuff changed around. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Chris Dye, hello, welcome in. Caleb, hello, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you guys being patient with me as I messed around with that. Thank you for Jeff for the heads up. Space Mountain Dave, hello, David. Good to see you. Welcome in.
Hey, Dave.
And dropping down. Cheryl Long is in the house. Good to see you, Cheryl. I see the Molar Man. Hello. Sebastian the Crab. Hello. Disneyland fan. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you for coming over from Resort TV One. I think I got everybody from the Surf Bum John. Hello. I just saw it just jumped. Woo! Just big jump. Katie Y. Hello. Thank you for all your help this week, Katie Y, with everything you've been sending me. Movie Mania Nick. Hello. And as more people come in, Stevie Lee. Hello. Welcome in. We'll make sure we say hello to you guys as we go through. So, Chris, where do you want to start? You want to start on news? Do we want to start on the recap? Would you rather start on the recap to make sure we get through that?
I want to start on the recap.
Okay. Well, I should have asked. I should have been ladies first, but I'll get. I'm used to you going to you.
Yeah, lady.
Where are we going? So, all right. Well, let's get into it here. And what we're going to do tonight is I didn't pull all of the pictures, and I'm also going to direct people to a couple of different streams and stuff as we go through. I pulled some of the pictures, and I figured we could sit here and chat about it and kind of highlight some of the times that were there and some of the memories that were had. RJ, welcome in. Great to see you. If you missed out on this year's, I would encourage you to think about next year's because we are definitely going to do it. We are looking at trying to get dates very soon. I'm going to bring some friends into town in the near future, and we are going to go and visit some other places and figure out some things, and we'll come up with a plan. But it will definitely be happening next year and go through with that. So let's first look at this. The week started out, I had it set for 4 because I thought we had 4 coming in tonight. So we got 1. So if one person wants to come in or something, they can. If one of our friends wants to join, I do have room for 1. This was Dave & Buster's. This was the first night, Thursday night. We had a lot of people that were coming in and out. We had some people that said, I'll be there Thursday night, but they didn't know the time. Some people were traveling. Hey, Tony, welcome in. Marguerite Nagy, welcome in. Dave & Buster's, the company was good. Service, not so much. Molly, your thoughts? Dave & Buster's that night.
This was the first time that I got to meet a bunch of people, so it was pretty awesome. So, I mean, even though the service wasn't that good, the food was the company was fantastic.
Company was fantastic. Dad Builds,
It was.
I believe this was your picture you took, was it not?
Yes, that was my 0.5 click.
0.5 click. I should say that beyond Dad Builds, back over here, like kind of toward me right now, is the other end of the table, which I didn't really have a clear shot of. Tina sent me one picture, but it was like back of Flipper's head and some other things. But you had Disney Connections down the other end. Flipper was down the other end. You had, let's see, Carl and Kiko came down that end. We had all the kids. We had all the kids down there. Baker was down there, right? Down the other end. So we don't want to miss Baker. And also his wife was there, which was great to see. I didn't put a lot of pictures of Vanessa in because I knew she doesn't like to be on here, so I respected her wishes as well. Brenda's Now Bald Beaver is in the house with us as well, so welcome in and thanks for joining. Overall, I mean, it was nice to break the ice with everybody. It was a last minute thing. This was not like a pre-planned thing. It was just one of those things where a couple people said, "Hey, I'll be in at the same time," and I tried to find something that could accommodate, because it went from 5, 6, 7. All of a sudden, it was 26 people were there eating. So most places don't just have a free table for 26. So we kind of went there. Food could have been better. Jen's right there, but it was a good time. I think Gonzo was fired up because they went to make a mojito and they didn't have part of the alcohol to actually make the mojito, which was kind of interesting. Chicken tenders weren't that bad. I gotta be honest, chicken tenders were okay, but a lot of people were saying the overall food experience wasn't a good thing. I don't think it's something we would do next year if we had a group. I think we'd find something better with that. But that's kind of how it started out, and then from there we went back to the hotels. Some people went back to their hotels, went to bed. Some people said, "Hey, let's get together." So I grabbed a room, and that's kind of where we'll go next and talk about some of the evenings here. So this was our first evening here. This was what was it called? Pickle what?
Banipple.
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 Banipple. A banana with a nipple.
A banana with a nipple. We drew circles on the table, and they had point ranges, and you had to throw it. That's Debbie over there in the background. Get ready to throw. This is kind of a look around the screen here that somebody had, and we were throwing this, and I'll show it to you in a minute here after this video is over. We were throwing this thing, and you had to get points. That was Debbie throwing, and Tita saying, "Nope, that point doesn't count." There. Let me show you guys this nipple thing that we had. So Baker, as it turns out, Baker had this gel-filled pickle with a nipple, I guess, or banana with a nipple. What is that thing?
I thought it was banana.
Banana with a nipple. So yeah, so you could play nipples up, and you could get points, and you could
get bonus points if you throw it and it lands upward with the nipple pointing upward. You got bonus points. Nipples up.
Nipples up. You got bonus point for nipples up. So, but we all had points, and at the end, believe it or not, Baker came in and won the game, which was shocking to me that he won that game.
That did not shock me at all.
Really?
I'm going to put it out there right now. Baker won that game because Baker changed the rules 4 times in the middle of the game.
Yes. Our Disney World Fix, Aaron, thank you for the $4.99 for Chris to get some crumble cookies. So yeah, Baker kept changing the rules. It started out with plates, and then if it turned over, it was plates. Hey, it's Caroline, the boss. Hey, Caroline Norton, welcome in. Caroline's George. You'll see a picture of Caroline in just a little bit with Big Matt. Welcome in. Great to see you. So this game, it changed. It started out with plates on a table, and then Baker changed it to accommodate him, which is kind of bad. I was on Baker's team, and I actually felt bad because he kept changing the rules to it. And we kind of hung out. There was a group that kind of hung out. Some people, there was 2 hotels that everybody kind of stayed at. Some of the people came over from the other hotel and hung out each night. One night we played this game, the Banipple game. There was another night where we played trivia, and we found out that, Dad Bills, what did we find out when we did trivia?
Oh, we found out very quickly that someone needs to change their name from Movie Mania Nick to I don't watch Disney movies Nick.
He knew absolutely nothing about Disney movies. Every movie question that came out, he literally turned and said, "Y'all got that? Y'all got that?" You know, so
yeah.
That was, but the movie. I think the trivia was
name 2 mice in a Disney movie. Y'all know that one? I don't know that one.
Yes, you need to change your name to that for a little bit, Nick. At least a little bit of it. So one of the nights we did trivia. The other night, what did we do the other night? I'm trying to remember. We just sat.
We watched a live stream.
We did watch a live stream a little bit. You know, that was we got in on Space Mountain Dave's. All of a sudden, Dave tripled his viewing too because everybody in the room went to Dave's stream and was hanging out in Space Mountain Dave's. Which, guys, if you're not watching Space Mountain Dave, give that guy a try. Man's got a heart of gold. He's up there working hard. I encourage that 100%. Give Dave a try. I called in live. We had some fun, and that was fun laughing and joking with him, and it was it was a good thing. How was he a team leader beyond? I don't know how he was a team leader, Angela. I don't know either that when we did trivia. I mean, I thought you guys had a ringer over there, and instead he was a sponge. But that was the nipple game. And we did that a couple of the nights where we sat and talked and did stuff and everything like that. And it was kind of fun there. Welcome in Disney Worlders. So that was kind of fun. So that was each night. So then we're getting into the actual meetup. This was a video. This was the Mexican restaurant. This was actually put together by Carla on her Instagram. And I asked her if I could use it, and she blessed me to use it and highlight it here. This was the Mexican restaurant where we got together. The food was very good. Everybody had rave reviews about the food there. We had just about I think everybody was there just about. It was close to 40 some people, 44, 46 people there, and having our food and enjoying ourselves there. What'd you guys think? Molly, what'd you think of the food and everything there?
Oh, it was delicious. The nachos with the salsa that were on the table. I mean, that's not your normal Mexican restaurant salsa. I mean, that was fresh. It was so good. So good. And then the food that came out. I mean, I liked what I got, but looking around at everybody else's plates, like, oh, it was so good. Except the crab. I don't eat crab, but
well, so that's a perfect transition to Dad Builds. How was the crab, Dad Builds?
The crab was fantastic. I had Maryland crab cake soft tacos, and I just wanted to dive my whole body. It was amazing. So good.
Yeah, and the service was really good. This was El Guapo, right down in town. I actually drove by there today, Chris. Drove right by there, kind of waved to him. Hey, El Guapo, as I was driving around today, which is a whole nother story. But the food was great. The service was quick. They were there. They had the full tables ready for us when we walked in the door. And from Gonzo, which was great to hear because obviously he has a lot of, Puerto Rican and Spanish behind him influence of food that he loves. He told me I would go back there next year in a heartbeat. So that was nice.
Gonzo put in a request for us to go back there for a couple of meals next time.
Well, I don't know about a couple, but we could definitely negotiate the one. I think we could try to fit this place in. So this is pretty cool. And again, thank you to Carly and Kiko. I'll run that again real quick here. A couple of people ordered burritos from there, Pete, and those things were monsters. They were, Amber got one of those. She couldn't even finish it. She got like halfway through it, looked at Preston, and was like, "Are you going to eat this?" And he's like, "No." And look at all. I mean, they had everything there. This was a fun place. If you're ever up in this way in Maryland, they have all kind of salsas and spices, and that's the decor on the walls. It was good. And that was a taco right there, I believe, right? Taco was that? Yeah. And so that was kind of good. I have to obviously say, because I was asked if I would please do it, is to thank Justin Sanudo. There was 2 tables, and Justin on his table decided to take care of the bill for those that were at his table. So I had a couple of those people reach out to me when I was doing the recap, and please say thank you to Justin. So I'll do that there and meet my requirement. I said, well, Udalali Lane, Kate, welcome in as well. So we left.
Justin ordered me a drink.
Yep, that's right. You had a special margarita drink, did you not?
I did. It was something pink, and it was wonderful.
It was pink and wonderful. Well, I'm not going anywhere with that. I'm just going to let that one be. So the beverages, everybody had a bunch of beverages. Tina did actually send me one picture. I didn't pull it up here. I should have. I wasn't thinking. I was trying to get. This was the last slide I worked on of the great big margaritas that they sent out. So look over on Tina's social media. I'm sure you'll see that there as well. So we went from there to go get ice cream. There's Caroline. There's our friend Big Matt. We went over to Crazy Mason. Surprisingly enough, we didn't have a ton of pictures on this, but I figured we could kind of talk through it here. We had everybody go into this Crazy Mason. We had let them know ahead of time that we were doing it. Hey, Gene, welcome in. And they were ready for us. They were ready for full force of 40-some people walking in the door. The Crazy Mason at our location is in a former theater here, so it's kind of a cool location, and everybody got all kind of great ice creams and stuff. And Chris, why don't you go first? What did you get?
I got the dashing through the dough, the cookie dough shake, and oh my goodness, as someone who loves cookie dough, I was in cookie dough heaven. That was really good.
I'd like to point out that Preston had a peanut butter one, and it was like he was the priest doing an exorcist close to you. You wanted nowhere near to be that.
That's true, too.
That is true. And Jen, you had the strawberry shortcake one. How was that?
No, it was a strawberry cheesecake. The sweet cheeses.
Sweet Jesus.
And it was strawberry cheesecake flavored milkshake with a piece of cheesecake on top with strawberries and whipped cream.
And everybody was killing these all the way over. Happy time. Hello, Nicole. Good to see you. In case I missed you before. I can't remember if I did. I want to make sure. This is the amazing Caroline that we got to meet. She's in here right now, hanging out with us. This is the boss, as Big Matt tells me, when it comes to traveling with him. And of course, that's Big Matt. We love Big Matt. How great was that, Jen, to meet Matt for the first time face to face?
It was amazing. You could tell just by the joy on his face how happy he was to be there. And that's what it was all about, just being together, meeting people, hearing their voices. And yeah, so just the joy on his face was amazing.
That was awesome. Caroline says, I took my crazy mason jar home and made my fiance Steph one. Matt says I need to make him a Sunday too. Well, there you go. We did say Jesus. Welcome in, Jesus, as well. And it was great
Hi,
also to meet Irene, Matt's mom, Chris. That was the first time we got to meet her. I got to sit with her at the baseball game, and Matt, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, great people. I was so glad Matt got to come and be a part of it. And he won a few things at the next night, and that was cool to see. And
if you say hello, if you're going to read it.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
My Uber showed up. Thank you for doing that.
Is it Taco Bell? That's what Gonzo had last night.
No, I texted Amber and said, hey, my soda's kind of dying here, and would you bring me one? I thought she was just going to grab me one at work, and she got one there. So
is it in one of these kind of glasses?
No, it's not. That is a great glass right there, the tumbler, the Triple C tumbler right there. But no, it is in a big cup, but it'll be good. So I'll help you with that or whatever you need. Okay, I'll look at that. So anyway, what did you think? Well, I got you here. Crazy Mason. Which one did you get, Amber?
The peanut butter one.
Speak up for me.
The peanut butter one.
Is that the one we were trying to get close to Dad builds? And because he's allergic to peanut butter. So, what did you think of it?
It was good.
Yeah. Did you have a good time there?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the week?
It was fun.
Yeah. You had a good time meeting anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Dad bods that you were happy to see the most?
Yeah.
Of course, everybody's happy to see Dad bods. So, just
well,
once.
yeah, that'd be my answer too.
Just once, I'd like to see the one. Just once, somebody, anybody. All right, you good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, love you. Tired? I understand.
Not Amber.
Amber worked a 13-hour day today, so she's a little tired.
Oh my.
Yes. So Crazy Mason, we had a good time. Would it be something that I'd like to do maybe next time if we fit it in and we have all the time? Oh yeah, of course. It was a good time. I think everybody really enjoyed it, especially those that don't have one of these close to them, because there's only like 7 or 8 of them in the world. What?
Preston paid for my lunch today.
What? Well, that's nice, though.
Before I could even get to it.
That's proud dad moment. Okay.
He said, "You paid your tuition yesterday. I figured I could buy you lunch."
Wow.
Oh, hearts for Preston.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. It's a good moment. All right. So this takes us to, we had a little bit of a break. Hey, Annie Coog, welcome in. We had a little bit of a break, about a 3-hour window break where everybody could go do whatever they wanted and all that kind of stuff. And then we jumped into the Friday night festivities here. And these are some pictures that we're going to go through and talk about Friday night. The first thing I want to talk about before we even get into the food, the fun, the laughter, all that is I want to get into what we did with raising money for your charity that you're very passionate about and worked hard on last year, Chris. Can you give us an update? It's the American Stroke Association, correct?
American Stroke. Yep. American Stroke Association. Got it right this time.
First time for everything.
We are. If I can, my page isn't loaded.
We put it. We did a little. While you're pulling that up, we did a little thing where we have this huge giveaway, which is going to be drawn tomorrow over on Chris's channel, and everybody that donated $10 got an entry. What does that number say? Let's see. $16,030.80.
$1,630.
I was trying to get us a lot higher. $1,630.80.
It's amazing.
That was raised. I went into it with an optimistic hope we could do 500, and this community tripled that for Chris, and that's a heck of a start for him for this year, and for what he's going to do on February 14th. So More to come. You can keep donating all year long through that. You don't have to wait till February 14th. The link is open. Moderators, if you could go back into the mod chat, pull out that link and drop it in here tonight, I would love that to happen as well. So extremely proud of that. Chris, I know that had to make you happy.
Yeah, happy is one word. Shocked, amazed, all of the words. I honestly thought maybe we might hit 500. I never would have expected that. And the kindness and generosity of this community never ceases to amaze me.
Thank you, Nicole, for dropping that link for us. I appreciate you. So let's talk about some of this pictures, some of the fun. Jen came up with this idea to create this picture board, which I thought was a great idea. And Debbie helped her do it over in between right before the party got going. And it was a huge hit here. This is our Castle Life, and Dad Builds, and Baker's in there, and Debbie's in there. Everybody else is standing on a stool. Debbie was standing normal height. So it's, remember that, right? Debbie, right? That's what we talked about. That's what she wanted me to say. So, wow, that went down rough. I think she got me Dr. Pepper. Oh,
yummy.
No, yummy. I don't know how to Dr.
Yes.
Pepper. No. Yeah, I saw that. So that was a good picture there. Here's Carlo Kiko. I'd like to point out that Dad Builds is lurking in this picture here. So that there's Carlo Kiko and Jen in the background, other people in the background, but again, another one of the Maryland Meetup ones, which was really cool. Jen, what made you think about it? How did you come up with this idea? I thought it was a great idea.
Originally, I had thought that we would put together like a photo booth with props and things like that. And as I was searching on the internet for ideas, I kept seeing this idea come up, and I'm like, you know what? I think we're going to go with this because you can get a bunch of people in there. It'll have the nice little frame. So I just went with that.
It was a great idea, and it was a big hit. People really liked it. Quick and simple to do. Nicole or RJ, good night, buddy. Yeah, Paul, if you want to come in and fill the fourth box, you're more than welcome. So this was really cool, and came in there, and then so this was all of the giveaways, and this went over huge. And on behalf of everyone involved with our event, the generosity of the community. If you donated anything, if you donated gift cards, if you donated money, if you donated time, if you donated a product, if you donated a service to our event, we say thank you so much. We had where I think almost everybody at the event took home something. That's confirmed. Some people actually got extra because we had so much left over, and we gave out a bunch of stuff to the community at home, which a lot of people at their meet and greets don't do, and we made a point of including everybody. If you want to see that whole giveaway, I would encourage you to go back and watch the live stream, my live stream from that Friday night, and we'll be glad to share that with you, and you can check it out. Welcome into Paul, who was there. Hey, Paul Engel, welcome in.
Hey, guys.
Good to see you.
Hey,
so,
Paul.
Jen, this was, pretty impressive what we gave away, and some great prizes there.
You know what was amazing to me as we sat there? It's like Tina kept spinning the wheel and someone would win. And it just kept going on and on and on. I mean, there were so many prizes. I mean, it took forever, but it was amazing that every single person got to take home something. Plus, to include the people watching at home on the live stream in the chat, that they had a chance to win things too, I thought was the coolest part of it.
It was cool. And you took home, what was your prize?
Loungefly.
Nice, congratulations.
It was the
Paul?
Funko Dapper Dance.
The Funko Dapper Dance. Paul, you took home something good too. What did you take home?
Actually, I took home a LBV T-shirt.
Nice, LBV
One of
T-shirt.
Yep.
What did you think of all the giveaways and all, Paul?
Oh wow, they were amazing. Popcorn buckets, the handmade stuff, that was awesome. The bucket hats and scarves and what was it? Christmas stockings. They were pretty awesome.
It was an awesome night. And before, did I hear something? No, you didn't hear anybody say Funko. You stay in the other room, and I'm very proud of you. I'm going to buy you something tomorrow for buying your sister lunch today. Nice job, Preston.
And, Preston, I did say Funko. just to clarify, your dad might not have heard the word Funko, but I did hear. I said Funko. So yeah, Preston, you got it.
This isn't that gets Preston all the stuff streamed.
I can pull up some Funko for later
No,
in the stream too.
Let's talk about the fact that you
Wait,
just
does Preston want to hear about Funkos right now? Maybe he doesn't want to hear about Funkos right now.
When does Preston not want to hear about Funko?
But now that you're done, I hope, probably not. Chris, you just went over $1,700 on your fundraiser. How about that, everybody?
Yeah.
We just crossed
Awesome.
$100. I got Preston and Amber in here. Amber says we tune out the word Funko in this house. Yes, we do.
Sorry, Amber. Funko. Sorry,
Chris,
Amber.
What was you got? You got a good gift to take home. What did you get?
To the person that donated my gift, next year you might not need to donate next year, but I ended up with what I felt was a strategically placed bag when my name was called.
I have no idea.
No, it's completely random. I'm telling you, completely random.
There was nothing random about that. I ended up with a beautiful pair of red fuzzy handcuffs,
and I had nothing to do with that. Just so you know,
I have no idea.
Me either.
I have no idea.
Nothing to do with that.
That was a random gift that had it just said it was said to give to you.
And yeah.
And you got a gift card, right?
And I got a gift card too. And yes, my
I mean, that's what I heard.
Chat there is saying that it's totally random too with a wink. So yes, I know.
Yes, I didn't know that gift card was in there either. So thank you for letting me know about that. That was good stuff, though. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That was important to handle all that. So that was a good time. Again, my goal next year is to do the same thing, to be able to go out and cultivate and work and have the community who wants to, who can afford to, who feels it's important to do the same thing, to have a ton of giveaways there so that everybody walks out of that building with something fun. I think seeing the kids so excited about the items that they got was amazing. Peyton has not stopped talking. I got a personal thank you from Peyton because she got a Loungefly bag. She was so excited about it. Tina's kids were going crazy. What are you laughing at now?
Not Stephanie Keel's comment.
Did I miss something?
Not Stephanie Keel. Don't look at Stephanie Keel. It was something else.
Oh no, it was not Stephanie. I didn't mean to buy. I mean, somebody meant to buy that one, but they ended up getting Amazon. So why didn't I think about that? That would have been better for the person who did that. As I was trying to coach them. I will be happy to send donations next year. Jill says thank you and thank you for this year, Jill. Yes, Peyton was ecstatic. Tina's kids were having a good time. Preston won a $25 gift card. And I should tell the whole story. Preston has, I have a question in the chat. Nicole would like to know, are the handcuffs comfortable, Chris?
They have not been used yet.
We have not broke the seal yet. Okay.
Have not.
Peyton is the Sanudo's daughter, Rachel. Peyton is the Sanudo's daughter. So Preston asked Steve for a painting quite a bit ago and hasn't been able to get one out of Steve. So Steve was kind enough to paint Winnie the Pooh and donate it to this one, which was great. And it was won by Karen Cook. And Preston actually won a gift card to Amazon as his door prize. And Preston took his door prize gift card and gave it to Karen Cook for the painting. He wanted the painting so bad. And Karen said, I already have a Steve painting. She was willing to do it. So, Steve, if you're listening, the kid that you love so much went and spent $25 on your painting. Think about that when we're in Florida, because I'll remind you about that when we're in Florida there. But Preston was ecstatic. He was so happy. It's already up on his wall in his room, so that was pretty cool. So the gifts were excellent and a fun thing. Whoops, didn't mean to bring that one up. All right, let's go here. This is pretty cool. This is our 3 recipients that went into the Hall of Fame. Chris and I, we presented the buttons, the induction buttons, to these 3 ladies. Of course, that is Jennifer Caruso, Katie Lolly Lane, and our own Jen Monorail Molly, who got inducted this year. We were able to present them live to them, which was the first time we've ever done that in the history of our Hall of Fame. Jen, it had to feel pretty good to be presented your button.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing when you first told me that that was going to happen. I was very honored,
No,
very honored. Yep.
well deserved for all three of you. And we had a caveat, Chris. And what was that caveat right there?
That was to honor Jesse. We gave all three of those inductees a Wreck-It Ralph pin.
A Wreck-It Ralph
Because
pin.
Jesse wanted to be at the meetup so bad, we wanted to include her.
Yeah, Jesse was a huge advocate for a lot of this meeting, and Jesse's character inducted into the Hall of Fame was Wreck-It Ralph. So I called Chris up one day when we found out we were going to induct these ladies and that they were going to be at the meeting. Of let's do this at the meeting. He was 100% behind it, and then he and I talked and kind of came up with this idea together. And we hired Baker to go out and get them. He picked out 3 great, brand new Wreck-It Ralph pins there, and we presented them with those. So that was a lot of fun. And Jen, real quick, just to talk about Jessie, you talked to her a bunch before she had passed about this meeting and what it meant. If you could just touch base on that for a second.
I don't think there is anything more in the world that she was looking forward to than coming to the meetup to meet everybody. She talked about it every single day. And I know one of the other things she talked about was getting t-shirts made, and they should be red. And that was right around all the ketchup talk. I don't know if everybody remembers when there was that big ketchup thing, and she's like, the t-shirts have to be red. They have to be red for ketchup. So we made sure that we had a red t-shirt and her logo on the shirt. And I think everybody felt her presence. I know there were many moments that I did. So
Absolutely.
it was bittersweet. It was nice to feel her there, but of course sad that we weren't able to hug her.
Absolutely. Paul, you probably were the closest in the community to Jessie overall. You talk to her, I know, literally every day, sometimes multiple times a day, and we honored her by putting her logo up on the shirt and everything. And just your thoughts on how we honored Jessie at this one.
You guys did a great job, and I luckily, well, my character which was Mickey Mouse, and just happened to be holding her logo on the logo. So I mean, it was just an honor to have you guys do that for her, and it was just amazing. And she did talk about meeting us every day. I mean, it was a topic that we discussed every single day that we talked before she passed away.
Well, I definitely like Jen said, I felt her presence, and for sure, and it was a great thing. And I appreciate Jen's help in finalizing the T-shirt as we got close, and really came up with some good ideas. So that really worked well. So I was excited about that. So that was awesome. Then we had this, but this is a highlight. This is a tease right now here. This is a tease. All I'm going to say is Debbie Bernfeld is an amazing lady, and we had a good time with her. And this was probably this night between Space Mountain Dave's stream and Debbie with what she did. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time, and everybody surrounding me was doubled over in cramps. Hey, AAA Sparks, welcome in. Everybody was doubled over in cramps. So if
there were tears, definitely tears.
If you want to see the full story, Sunday night, the ladies, Angela, Molly, and Stephanie, will have a little bit of information, a little bit more pictures, and the whole story will come out on Sunday night. So you got to tune in. Clubhouse Chaotic Chat, Sunday night, 6 o'clock. You want the full Debbie Bernfeld story. We're going to hold that one till there on that. This is a great group picture. I love this one. I thought it was one of the great group pictures that was sent over here. Gonzo, Carl and Kiko coming from the West Coast. Jen there, Stephanie Keel, and Paul. And here's the reason I love this. It wasn't just the people, because I loved all the people that were there. It was amazing to sit and talk with everybody. But what's cool about this picture is what I'm about to say. This whole community thing that we have, the friendships that you find, get you through tough times in your life, we hope. I know it did for me. I know it still does for me to this day. When you look at this picture, here's what you got represented right here. Las Vegas, North Carolina, Ohio, North Carolina, and Maryland. That was the greatest thing about this meetup. We had 13 states represented, and people from as far as the West Coast coming all the way out here, from down south in Texas, from down below in Florida, from up top in the New England area. It was a pretty amazing thing, and to think that we had 13 states was pretty cool. And Gonzo's photobombing again, Dad's Bills. He did a lot of that.
He does that a lot.
He does that. He does that a lot. Paul, this you're in this picture. What do you think of the picture?
It was amazing that all these wonderful people were gathered, and I'm very fortunate to meet all of them.
I don't know who took the picture, but they did a great job. Who took this picture?
Yeah.
Right now?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember. But whoever did it, they took a good picture. But it was cropped perfectly. That was a perfect thing. And then, I thought, that was the last one. I'm sorry. So that was the last one on that segment. So that was all of Friday night. Of course, we did the same thing. We went back to hotels and hung out. People did stuff and all that. And we got ready for Saturday, which was a lot of fun. Started out with Baker streaming. I didn't pull a lot of pictures of Baker streaming because if you haven't seen the Baker stream from Saturday, go watch it. The guy gave his heart for that and did it. Jen, he struggled with a little bit because he had some challenges. Things didn't always work out when you're baking, but the items that you brought out, those mini cupcakes that we tried, were fantastic.
They were so delicious. Like the process to get to that final result, it was what it was, but oh my goodness. I can't even tell you how good the frosting was. I mean, and I tried that frosting direct from the frosting package.
I didn't pull that picture. I did not pull that picture.
So, I mean, I had it straight from the source, and it was
right from the tap.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, it was. So it couldn't have gotten any fresher than that, and it was so good.
I thought the highlight of Baker's stream was what was going on behind Baker. Maybe you and Dad Wilts could elaborate on that.
I don't know what you're talking about. We had to cut. There were times you had to cut through there to get to the other side of the kitchen.
Oh,
but
that's right.
I don't.
Okay. Well, if you haven't seen Baker's stream, go back and watch behind Baker. If you have seen Baker's stream and you didn't realize what was going on, go back and watch behind Baker, because you definitely don't want to miss. Chris, that was some pretty fun times while he was going at it.
That was fun.
That was the only route. There was no other route to go anywhere, so that was the only route.
That was the only route that was going on, and Baker's trying to be serious as he can, and Gonzo ate a whole package of dog cookies.
He did. That's not a lie.
No, this is a true story. We had a 16-pack of dog cookies. They look like little mini Oreos, but they were dog treats made for canines. I go in there to the kitchen. This is on Monday after everybody left. Sully's in here. He was being a good dog. I said, let me get you a treat. I go in there. It's empty. He put the empty container back into the closet and he ate all the cookies. So that was something.
Can we talk about how Flipper ate one of the cookies?
Oh God, tell that story. Go ahead. That's a good one.
So Gonzo was standing there in the dining room, and he had that package of cookies, and we're like, let's see who we can get to take one of the cookies and eat it. And we're like looking around who was sitting there, and we're like, some of the people knew that they were the dog cookies, so we couldn't ask them. But then we saw Flipper sitting in the corner. We're like, oh yeah, he's the target. And so Gonzo goes up to him with this package of cookies, and he opens it up, and it looks like just a package of regular chocolate chip cookies you would buy in the store. And he opens it up, and he asks Flipper. Flipper takes it, and he holds it for a second. And we're standing there.
Somebody here is mad. What's
there? He is.
He wants who ate all the cookies? So Flipper takes the cookie, and he's like just sitting there holding it for a second because he was talking. I don't know who he was talking. I forget who he was talking to. And we're standing there, and we're just staring at him. We're like, when is he going to take a bite of this cookie? Okay. So then he takes a bite of the cookie. And you could see he takes the bite, and you could just tell he didn't enjoy the cookie. Okay. There was just something with the cookie. So we're like, okay, well, let's see let's see if he eats any more. So we're standing there and we're looking. Sure as heck, he ate that whole cookie.
He ate the whole cookie, but as I walked up to him, he goes, he leans into me and he goes, Pete, I think the cookies you got out there are stale. Which is great. Mary Carol and your cats, welcome to all four of you. We're glad you're here. Welcome in. So yeah,
Hi,
so
Mary.
that was hysterical as it was. Yeah, he finished the cookies but Gonzo, there was 16. Gonzo ate 15. I'd like to point that out.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzo ate 15.
Yeah, seriously, I was sitting in the dining room, watch Gonzo just, hanging around, went into the cupboard, opened up the package, took a cookie and ate it. Like, wasn't prompted, just like he was hungry and he just wanted a cookie.
Good, Chris.
I noticed that T. Marie's place is in the chat, Pete.
Yeah.
Is it time for us to change her nickname to Shim? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We can. I'll talk. Hold on. Hold that thought, because I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Hold that thought. Okay. Hold that thought. Dad Bills he's in good production. He's ahead of me. Okay. So this is a great. Speaking of devil, great picture of her and Not So Movie Mania Nick in there. Francisco, welcome in. Hey, Francisco, you won a prize. You need to send me your mailing address so I can send you a prize. Tina and Not So Movie Mania Nick, which, by the way, Halloween is up at my house. Just letting everybody know there. So I'm in tune with everything. So, yes, Amber. Did I drive today? Yes, I drove for about 45 minutes.
By yourself?
Yeah, all by myself. Drove all over. Went down and saw Mr. Tim. Drove up by the high school. Drove all up by Shaq's. Almost went out on the highway, but I held myself from doing it.
Yeah, that was probably good.
Okay, yes. So, anything else? Any other questions?
Yeah,
Does anybody realize I'm doing a show?
I have something to say about the trip.
You have something to say. Come on in. Get in the camera.
So, this is on Saturday when we were at the baseball game. Carlo
Hey, buddy.
told me, above the titty, no hitty.
The hell?
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here!
It was Kiko.
Get out! Get out!
I didn't know that. That's the first I heard that. That is nobody but Carla would say that. That's awesome.
Wow.
I love it.
Yep.
But Preston, he had his moments too. I mean, he's able to take it, but he dishes it too. So he's not.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a second. We can talk about let's talk about that right now before we get to this amazing picture. So we went down to the basement to play pool, or everybody's playing pool, and we're sitting down there, and he yelled out something about something, and next thing I know, I look over, and he and Molly are verbally going at it. He walks over and throws a blanket over her head. Just out of nowhere, just threw a blanket right in her face. And I'm like, oh, here we go. I thought Preston was about to get killed. Now, I did realize I gotta go get a picture and pull it up because I didn't think about this, or as I was building this presentation today, I forgot one thing. I got to give Jen credit here. So Jen is a Browns fan. I am a Ravens fan. And, of course, I had Steeler fans here this weekend. So I'm sitting up here working on the show to try to get stuff together. And all of a sudden, I have all these pictures that are like Ravens win the Super Bowl, Ravens do this. All of a sudden, I start getting all these pictures from you and Tina. Is she your culprit helping you on that?
No.
That was just you? Okay. I start getting all these pictures with the Brown. I have Browns pool balls. The Browns pool ball was put in front of everything that said Ravens, and all the pictures were retaken. And my phone just started blowing up with everything. So, yes. Ask Jen about her Browns balls. I'm asking her, Tina. Thank you about that right there. So, this was a great picture.
Tina gave me the balls. Tina handed me the balls.
Yes. Okay. Well, culprits in crime, obviously. So I've got those pictures. I will make sure they go up on my Instagram, or I'll pull them up later before we're done the show. Great picture in my dining room. Angela and Chris together. Again, some great pictures from this weekend here. Speaking of the devil, there was a great picture. Preston and Jen together. Preston didn't take a lot of pictures this weekend, surprisingly enough, but he did take one with Jen, and that was kind of cool. Was that before or after he threw the blanket? I think it was after.
That
wasn't
was after. Yeah, that was. This was right before I left. Yeah.
That was after. So yeah, so that was a good one there. There's a good one. Stephanie and Paul and Tina in the living room. That was after the show. That logo looks good on the blue shirt too. There with that. Or Stephanie's got on her Triple C shirt. I don't know. I think this was right after we did the show, wasn't it, Paul?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was right before everybody left and headed out. And speaking of, well, Tina's dry here, but I thought a special moment, which it was so cool. Jen was on her way out. Angela was taking you to the airport. You were one of the 1st ones to be rolling out here from after doing the show, and it was pouring down rain. And I see I'm on the front porch standing there, and I see Tina go flying by me just as this blur, right? And she's running out to you out at the car, and you guys are hugging in the rain. It was a theatrical ending to the week for you both. I thought it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. That was a special moment.
That was really cool. And then okay, so Dad Bill's brought up shims on this. This is me sitting talking with JJ, and Tina again applies into this story. So JJ comes up to me and he's showing me pictures on his phone of their house, and he's like, "Look at the front of my house. It's nice, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, this is my dad's front door," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. And then he shows me a picture of the back of the house, and I'm starting laughing. He goes, "Mr. Pete, take a look at my mom's back door." I lost it. I couldn't stop. So then I just kind of played along and said, "Man," I was like, "Man, your mom's back door is pretty amazing." He's like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." I was like, "So what's going on?" He's like, the back door's open all the time."
He said that 100%.
Our back door's never closed. And I was in tears, like I'm worse than I was. And I'm texting Tina, going, "Hey, I'm upstairs talking with your son about your back door," and she's texting me all kind of stuff from the basement that I probably can't repeat right now. So on Sunday, oh my God, I'm laughing so hard, I'm in tears already. So Flipper on Sunday, I said to Flipper, I think it was Sunday. Sunday. I said to Flipper, it's crazy, man. We're talking all about your back door. Flipper, it goes right over his head. He starts talking to me about fixing the back door of the house. "Man, I put these shims in, and you got to have enough shims to make the back door work really well." So, I got to be honest. Tina's new name is Shims. Because, Chris, am I missing anything?
No, Flipper's like it was really loose, so I had to put some shims in there.
Our back door is really loose, so I had to put some shims in it. So I don't know how Tina's walking around with all those shims, but good God, that was pretty special. And JJ was hysterical. So yeah, that was a fun part of the thing. So that was Saturday before we took off to the O's game. And of course, Flipper talked all through the O's game about his shims. He literally walked up to me one time. So where everybody sat at this O's game, and you'll see a picture here in a minute. I'll explain. Let me do this first. This is a great picture. That is Karen Cook, and that is Debbie Dunert, and they found the Orioles logo, got a picture taken with it. Great photo spot. I thought that was really kind of cool. Glad they were there. Those ladies were there for that. I tried to find a picture of everybody, at least one, as I put this whole presentation together. So this is kind of where we sat. This is my look onto the field before the game started. We had club level seats in the first couple rows for everybody. I had taken my scooter there because it was just a little bit easy getting all around. So I sat up in a special area up there, and Flipper came by me a couple times telling me about shims while we were at the game. Literally walked up and just didn't even say hello. Do you need a drink? And the shims and all that. So he was talking about that. We sat up there and watched the game. Big Matt was up there by me with Caroline and his mom, and that was a lot of fun. Luckily, our Castle Life came over for a little bit, in and out. Jen came up and sat with me for a little bit. Tina came up and hung out with me for a little bit, so I didn't have to sit by myself. I was just worried about everybody else having a good time. The food, let's talk about that for a second before I go into all these other pictures. Jen, what'd you think of the food? We had a deal where it was a picnic perch, all the sodas, hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, all this stuff was all included in the price.
So you walk in and they have these tables set up with this big, huge bowl of nachos, big, huge bowl of cheese. Then you walk down further, big bowl of pulled pork, buns. So I started off with that, and I'm like, okay, I'll have nachos with a pulled pork sandwich, pretty basic to start off. Well, then I'm hearing like, well, you put the nachos on the plate and then you put the cheese on it and then you put the pulled pork on that and then you go and you put the salsa on it. I think it was Chris that was telling me that you just pile it all up on the plate. I mean, I ate way too much, but it was so good. It really was so good. And then they had the hot dogs too. I didn't have any hot dogs because I was too busy with the pork. But it was delicious. It was good.
Paul, what did you think of that whole experience?
That was amazing. I actually had the hot dogs, and they had the hot dogs with all the fixings and stuff like that, and had popcorn off to the side as much as you want, and gelato. The gelato was was to die for.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I didn't try that, so I'm glad you tried. That's good to know, Chris. It was all you could eat from the time the gates opened, which was 5:05 for a 7:00 game, all the way through the 7th inning.
It was, and they had a whole bank of Coke dispensers, so you could get whatever kind of Coke or Pepsi or whichever it was. And nobody waiting; you just walked up and got whatever you wanted. And popcorn was constantly being handed out, and the hot dogs were good.
It was really good.
The pulled pork was really good. I was surprised how good the pulled pork was, to be honest.
Well, and my question to you, and I'll go down. I'll start with Chris and go down. So the tickets would have been $65 to $70 anyway. Do you feel you got $25 to $30 worth of food?
Absolutely. You would have paid that much if you just got 2 hot dogs and a drink.
Right.
Yeah, it was totally worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paul, you and Jen, okay, nodding your head, yeah. So,
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is a good picture. There's AJC Amy there. There's Jennifer and Ron Caruso and Dave Stragan, who Dave came down from the Philadelphia area and joined us. A lot of people met him for the first time. And no, they didn't have your stadium muster, Ryan. They don't have that. Trust me. I need to get some of that. I got to get some of that soon. That's fantastic mustard. But they had, other good things there to try. So this was a great picture there of those guys up there. There's the Sanudos hanging out right there, having some fun. I'm not sure what Justin is about to grab, but okay. That was something there he was doing. And then you had, this was a group picture from the other side. There's, the Sanudos and Tina up top, and there's our Castle Life Disney Connections. There's Carl and Kiko in there in that group shot, which was looking out onto where we were at. Here's a good one here. There's the Salivas all together there, hanging out, having some fun. Tina with a great smile right there. There's Carl and Kiko. That's a great shot of what the look like looking out onto the field. For those who don't know, Carl and Kiko, they go around to all the stadiums. They're trying to get to all 32, so they have a book there that is their passport that's given out. You can buy it from MLB and then have it stamped at every stadium you go to. So they were excited to get their stamp done at this one, in between telling my son obscene things, apparently, which I'll have a talk with them a little bit later. This is Ron, the Carusos. You can see outside. I'd like to point out that Jennifer is dressed in all in Oriole attire, and Ron is dressed all in Raven attire. I'd like to point that out for the Steeler fans out there that that was not a doctored photo at all.
It's weird how that Raven is on that shirt. I've never seen one applied like that.
It's iron on decal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny. He must have changed his shirt partway through the night, because I remember when I was with him, I don't remember that shirt.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with your connection.
Is that an iron-on decal where you iron it on the picture after the picture's taken?
I'm not sure about that. At this point, I'd like to go to the next picture. Go back to this one here. So it was a good time at the game. there. We had a fun time with everybody. I think you guys all like the stadium. Chris, that was your first time there. What did you think of the stadium?
That was an amazing stadium. I was telling you that night. I think, Pete, I've always wanted to go to that stadium ever since watching Cal Ripken go for the streak, and every game was broadcast from there, and trying to see him break the record. And I've always wanted to go to that stadium because I always thought it looked so cool, and I would definitely go back to a game there. That is an amazing stadium.
We are that's definitely part of next year's, without, if not maybe even two games for some of the people that be in town working on stuff with me. Paul, you live close to it and you never go there, but did you have a good time?
I had a great time. I used to go there a lot when I was younger, and it was just amazing. I still am in awe every time I go to it.
It was great hanging out with everybody. I'd like to point out that I was sitting and I said to Paul, I was like, "You want to go to the stadium?" And he went, "Stephanie, can we go to the stadium?" And she said yes. So it was good. Jed, what did you think of the stadium? Your first time there?
I thought it was great. It was a little chaotic, no pun intended, trying to get through the crowds, especially.
Yeah.
And it was a sellout, and you were seriously just shuffling your feet, shoulder to shoulder. We were trying to protect little Debbie to get through the crowds. We surrounded her so that she would stay safe, just to get to where we needed to go. But yeah, I mean, I'm used to going to the stadium in Cleveland, which I thought was fantastic. But to go to this stadium, it was a little bit different layout, but it was beautiful place to watch a game.
I think sitting up where we sat too worked really well because we weren't as congested up there. It wasn't overrun. We were up in the club level. We actually, a lot of the stars that were there for that night, a lot of former players were right up 2 boxes over from us, which was kind of cool. So that was kind of a lot of fun there. So, all right. We should point out this, that not everybody had as great of a time as you would like, and some people went really overboard and ridiculous. This is Baker throughout the game, embarrassing the whole section. I just like to point that out.
We don't know that guy.
Yeah, that was consistently throughout the game. Having to deal with that. And Paul,
that's funny. I don't know that guy. I didn't see him the whole time. I never sat next to him. I don't know who that is.
The amazing thing was, I was sitting up top, and I had, within like 10 seconds, I had 3 people send me the video. 3 people. He was being filmed from all angles, right there. So somebody, who was it? Somebody I can't remember who it was, but somebody texted me and said, "Are you kidding me? I'm next to Baker." I can't remember who it was. Somebody did that, so that was fun at least. But Baker had a good time nonetheless. So, and then we, of course, went back and hung out, did our normal thing on that. So then we finished it out with Sunday. Follow the Bradleys, welcome in. We finished things out with Sunday. It was a cocktail brunch. We did this at State Fair. Before we talk about that, I will say that we had a little rough experience here, and part of that was just flat out my fault. Izzo's, welcome in. Thank you for joining. We had set up for them. We had a previous year. We had a fantastic experience there. I sent them the reservation, locked everything down. Their manager sent it back to me. I just looked at it quick on my phone and said, "Yep." I looked at the number of people. I didn't notice that he had changed the time to 10 o'clock on me, and I had it at 11 o'clock. So, which is what time we were doing everything. So when we got there, they had already had everything set out. They had water out on all the tables that had all melted down by then. And they had actually sent a couple of the servers home because they thought our party of 40 plus people was pulling a no-show on them. So we had to wait for some service, so the service wasn't as great. But overall, I would say the best part of this, and I'll go around and we'll start with Jen. I think the overall best part of this was it was the last time we were hanging out as a group before we broke up.
It was weird that morning because we all got there, but you can feel like a bit of a somberness almost, knowing that it was the last day, because we had checked out of the hotel and, people were starting to leave to start driving home. So it was nice to get together one more time, but it was you could feel that it was going to be time to go home too. So it was sad.
Yep. Paul?
Yeah, it was bittersweet, and it was the last time we were all got together, and um, it was again like what Jen said. It was pretty somber.
Yep. Dad Bills?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Counting down the hours till everybody had to leave, and yeah, it was still nice to sit around and hang out with people and have some laughs about the menu items.
Yeah, we can talk about that for a second. So I'm sitting there, and Chris looks over at me. He's like, "Are you looking at these menu items?" And I said, "What?" He goes, "What was it called? It was the Steve-O."
The Steve-O.
The Steve-O, and then there was another one that had something to do with Steve-O. Steve.
There was
something.
there was something else.
What was it? You have to look up the other one. So the Steve-O.
Liberto,
What was it?
the Liberto, or something like.
No, there was another one that reminded us of something with the world of Steve.
Oh.
And there were some people there that were more excited to have the Steve-O sandwich. What was it, Chris?
We kidded that the Steve-O was the cheapest thing on the menu, except for the deviled eggs on the appetizer menu.
Except for the deviled eggs on the appetizer, which were really good, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, so the Steve-O was the cheapest thing on the menu for Steve's World, and there were some people that really wanted that sandwich. And then the great thing was, we're joking about the sandwich, okay? And I don't mind saying that, you know, at the time I was joking with Oodalali Lane Kate, because, you know, Kate, you know, it's fun to joke with. And I said, "Oh, you're excited about this sandwich because it's Steve from the World, and you want to get that sandwich." And she's like, no, you know, going back and forth. And all of a sudden, I don't know who came running over her table and go, "Oh my God, Flipper just ordered the Steve-O." Was it you, Chris? That's who it was.
I went over. I've got the video of it, Steve. I should have sent that to you. But yes, I went over. I walked over to the table where the T. Marie places and the Joey Sanudos were all sitting, and I was looking at what everybody had ordered and asking what everybody ordered. And Flipper holds up his plate all proud. "I ordered the Steve-O." And I was like, "Really? How does he? I mean, it tastes." And he's like, "It's wonderful. It's always my favorite thing to order."
Oh, it was. Oh God, it was fantastic. The laughs that came out of that were hysterical. And then after we did lunch and a good majority of the community parted, we had the team back to my house to film our episode of the Triple C Show, which was fantastic. The girls did a live show right there. If you haven't seen it, I would go back and watch last week's. We had several people that were there from the community come on, say hello, chat with us, have some laughs. Flipper's actually crawling around on the floor. I don't know why during the show as he was doing it. Baker was interviewed. Tina, Nick was interviewed, to name a few. It was a good time. The ladies did a great job there. You could see the kind of the setup in my dining room. There was microphones and all kind of stuff everywhere. And it was my dining room was a complete mess, but it was worth every second of it. Jen, you guys have a good time doing that show live. I think it was pretty cool.
It was so much fun. I mean, it kind of makes me wish that I could do it like that every week. But it just made it that much more special, you know, that we were able to actually be there together. So looking forward to maybe being able to do it again sometime.
Yeah, we need to try to maybe do an excursion where we do something somewhere. We could do an impromptu live show again. That was a lot of fun. We could talk about that and try to figure that out. But you know, overall, in the time that we did everything, I thought everybody had a really good time. From it, I'm gonna drop down here.
Can I go back to the game a minute, Pete?
I'm sorry?
Can I go back to the game a minute?
Yeah, let's go. Let me pull up a 4 spot and let's go up to the game.
So the other thing I want to say about the game, we were in what I would call the back of the stadium, from where we had to park on the other side. And we didn't linger around. I mean, when the game was over, we all started heading out. I was surprised when we got to the parking lot. I expected it to be like leaving Epcot after Harmonious, where you sit in the parking lot for another hour and a half. it was really easy, I thought, to get out of there. I was surprised.
Yeah, they shut down the streets so that
Yeah,
they can get those out, which is kind of good. You know,
yeah.
so.
We got out.
I was so close to the Ravens stadium. I was getting hives and starting to shake. So I didn't really pay attention to what was going on around me. So
Yeah,
thanks, Chris, for letting me know that, because I wasn't really aware of what was going on in the parking lot. I was just trying to, you know.
Make
we
do.
got in the car and we were out of the parking lot in what, just a few minutes, Jen. I
Hmm.
mean, no time
Yeah,
at
it
all.
was real. And I couldn't believe how many cars were gone from that parking lot already
Yeah,
by the time we got there.
Yeah,
but
it's
As
good.
yeah,
opposed to the beginning of the game where you could hardly get into the parking lots and
Hmm.
things.
no,
It took about an hour just to get into those lots.
but
Yeah,
it was at a time when you're all feeling a little gross and a little tired after a hot night, and you get in the car and you're like, wow, it's no time back to the hotel, and that was a nice drive and relaxing back. So yeah, it
it was great to meet people we haven't met before for the first time. There was a lot of that going on because people that weren't here last year that were here this year, and vice versa. It was a lot of renewed friendships. It was great to see Chris, my kids get so excited to see you again. And everything. I was honestly getting sick of hearing dad bods in my dining room all the time. So it's nice to get a break from that. For me, it was great to see my daughter and son want to come out and do stuff and come out to several things. I mean, Amber and Preston came out to, the Mexican our lunch that we did, that the ice cream shop and all that. So that was great to see, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I would say my biggest, somebody said to me, "What's your biggest regret?" My biggest regret is for all those people out there who said they wanted to come but didn't, because they thought it would be stupid, or they didn't come because they didn't think anybody would miss them, or they didn't come because whatever personal things they had going. That I hope that next year you guys can find a way to make it, because what I saw was, as I sat back, and Jen caught me a couple times, like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was just sitting back. I did it. I was sitting next to you at Dave and Buster's when we were there, and everybody had finished eating. We were waiting on the bills, and I was watching everybody chat. Like, nobody had their phones on the table doing all this. Everybody was engaged with a conversation some way around. And I sat back and said, "You know what? This is why I did all of this headache, and it's worthwhile." So, are we going to do it again? Yes. What is this? Are we going to do it
was.
again? Yes, 100%. We are going to do it again. Um, okay, that's Super Bowl pool stuff. Um, what are we going to do? I don't know yet. I've asked a couple different people to come help me for next year, because there's been a lot of ideas from. Plus, there's a lot of stuff around the Baltimore area here that we could get into. So we'll figure out a plan. I can tell you the Oriole game will be in it. We definitely want to do that again. I think with the with that club level ticketing thing and all you can eat food and all that. So we know we'll have that. We know we'll have door prizes. We know we'll have a good time, and that. And just before we hit some other stuff, I'll go right to left. Paul, any final thoughts on this year's meetup?
It was awesome, and compared. Well, I don't want to compare it to last year because it was just two totally, amazing get-togethers, and this year's get-together was actually, in my opinion, one of the best. That I've been to, and a lot of friendships were made and or developed, and that's awesome. I'm glad to be a part of that.
All right. Pause for one sec. Disneyland fan, you come into my channel and do that again, it'll be the last time. Okay? We don't do that here. Chris?
I will say, first off, I want to say Debbie put a comment a minute or two ago thanking me for opening her door and such, and all. It was my honor, Debbie. I enjoyed hanging out with Debbie and everything. So, but yeah, it after this one, I'm really hating that I missed last year, Pete. But I'm so thankful I got to come this year and to spend time with with you, Pete, and the kids, Amber and Preston and Kayla and Nanette, and to get to hug this this one over here a couple of times, and to spend time with the lovely Angela Mitra, and I guess to see Gonzo a little bit. It was a really good weekend. But yeah, it's
It was a good time.
I needed that, and it was a really good time. I haven't laughed that much in a long time.
Yeah, a lot of smiles. Welcome in, Nick. Welcome to the woods. Jen?
I think that from the moment I got off the plane until the moment I got back on the plane to go home, I did not stop laughing. I didn't stop hugging. I didn't stop crying. I mean, it was all the emotions all the time, and it was wonderful, and I loved it, and I'm so glad I went. And those are going to be some magical memories I'll have for my life.
Very well said. Very well said. So it's we'll start playing next year. More to come. We'll do it the same way, and we'll and more stuff to come on that as we go through. Chris, you got some news pulled up. You want to do some news for a few minutes?
Yeah, I got some news and
we'll get heavy back into the recognitions and all that stuff starting next week. I wanted to spend a bulk of the time today talking about the show and renewing and what we were doing. So what do we got? Oh, I hate
yeah. So today, of course, started the first Halloween party, and we got images today of the new popcorn bucket for the not so scary Halloween party, and it is the mayor's car from the Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm not high on that for some reason.
There was that, and then your sipper is surprise, surprise, the Donald candy corn sipper. I think this is the same sipper that it's been like the past 3 years or something.
They just got a lot of inventory left.
Yeah,
they got a lot of inventory.
They say this one's updated glow in the dark, so apparently they spray painted them with glow paint.
Or it's sat by something with radiation and it's glowing. Okay. One of the two.
Sure, we'll go with that. Okay.
Storage facility.
We got the opening date announced for the new Epcot restaurant. I did this one for you, Molly. The Shiki Sai restaurant. This will be opened in World Showcase back in the Japan Pavilion on August the 30th. We covered the menu here a couple of weeks ago, but yeah.
And if anybody wants the menus, real quick, Chris, I should have done this beforehand. If anybody wants the menus or anything for any of the Epcot stuff or any of the more detailed stuff, you can go over and see our friends who this is brought to you.
The official Disney-related news service and partner of the Pete McDevitt Show is Chip & Company. You can find this trusted source at chipandco.com or on many social media outlets including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
All of it's over on Chip & Co. So.
Yep. We got a new Disney Princess collection coming to Cincy. I know there's a lot of Cincy fans. So here is your this is your plug-in tent warmer there. It comes in various princess themes available. There's also a candle there, and then your wax melt warmer is Cinderella's Carriage.
Wow, look at that one.
That's a nice collection. I like that.
That is a nice one.
Yeah.
And then a couple of different scents available as well. Princess themed, but yeah.
Okay.
Find your local Scentsy dealer and order now before they're all disappear. We got a Halloween Grogu plush over at Hollywood Studios. Grogu seated in a pumpkin carriage.
And he comes out.
And he comes out. There you go. He looks a little pale here. If I
Looks
maybe
a
it's
little
just me.
something.
But yeah, there you go.
Something. All right.
Purple Grogu, orange pumpkin. This is the new peanut butter lovers will adore this new whoopie pie over at Epcot.
Whoopie pie.
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg pie.
it's probably Creamfield. It features a peanut butter filling sandwiched between a chocolate brownie exterior.
Well, you can't have it.
No. But maybe
All
you'll
that
say
cream.
whoopie.
I mean, you can have the cream.
I could have the cream.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a side look at your whoopie pie.
Can't argue. Don't touch the nuts, Chris.
I'm not.
Stay away from the nuts, but lick the cream. Pretty much, right? I mean,
and is it moist?
Can I go back to talking about tacos?
Gravy.
This is $4.29. It's available over at Sunshine Seasons at the Land Pavilion, and that is available now.
Stephanie, we're not going to just lick the cream out of the middle.
No.
You're
going to slurp it? How else are you going to get it if you don't lick it? You're just going to like slurp it?
You got to lick it real good because you got to get it.
You got to find the right spot. Keep going.
You just going to like use your finger?
Yeah.
And then lick your finger?
You could start there, but you got to.
How else would you do it?
I mean, you can start there. You just got to twirl it. Oh, good. I broke you for once. Good. About time. Thank God.
Oh, geez. Where do I go from here?
To the next story. I get turned off.
Next story. Do we need Preston to come back and tell us another funny thing?
I'm hoping so right about now.
Tickets are now available for the Thanksgiving College Basketball Tournament at ESPN's Wild World of Sports Complex at Walt Disney World. There's actually some pretty good teams here. We've got Penn State and Texas A&M.
Nice.
You got Florida Atlantic going against Butler, Iowa State and VCU, and Boise State and Virginia Tech.
Nice, in November.
Yep, November 23rd, 24th, and 26th. So, yeah, tickets available now. That I think would be a pretty fun tournament to go
to.
Okay. Next up, here we go. Disney Plus and Hulu premium price increases coming your way. Congratulations. Disney Plus premium is going to increase from $10.99 to $13.99. Hulu's premium price will also see a 20% increase, going from $14 to $17.99.
Oh boy!
Oh my gosh!
Next.
What I missed now?
Next. Oh, sweet liberty.
I
need the air conditioning to turn on in here. Where's Amber? Oh my God, it's getting hot in the studio.
I loaded this one for what?
Either one of my kids can hear me. Please come turn on the air conditioner. Look at that!
Wow!
Look at that!
That got intense. I loaded this for a friend in chat. We've got an adorable Minnie and Daisy Spirit jerseys at the Magic Kingdom. Here
look
is
at that.
The front has got Minnie Mouse there with the Walt Disney World logo. And then the back has Walt Disney World across the Spirit jersey at the top and Daisy Duck throwing up the peace sign there at the bottom.
How much are those? Does it say?
This one is, I think it's the usual. Yes, $54.99 for that one.
Oh, that's
not too bad.
Oh.
I like that one a lot, actually.
Yeah, you get the,
I like the red in that too.
yeah, you get the discount. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So here you go.
Okay, good to know.
We've also got a new Mickey Mouse sketch Dooney and Burke collection coming soon. This will be available on Shop Disney August the 21st. And it is basically, if I could zoom in a little bit here, a sketch pattern of Mickey in different scenes available.
Okay, I'm not much on the Doonies, but I know a lot of the ladies are.
Yeah.
Tina's going to bed before she flies off the handles. No, stay here. I like the handles flying. Keep going.
Stick around, Shim.
Yeah, stick around.
A live action Princess and the Frog is reportedly the worst. If you've ever wanted to watch a live action girl kiss a CGI frog, you may get your chance.
I've been looking forward to that my whole life.
There you go. And just when you thought we didn't have enough stories to make movies about, there's a live action Tangled movie reportedly in the works as well.
Why are they doing all this?
I wonder if they're trying to make people forget that there's a live action Snow White movie that's currently in the works.
Maybe.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's coming. We got new Disney Halloween pins at Walt Disney World. These came out today, actually. You got Mickey there with I like these.
Yeah, that's cool.
There is the pumpkins for this year. And then there are 3 more. Here's Goofy. There is the Pluto, which I really like.
Pluto looks
then, yeah.
Turn on that AC. I'm dying in here.
And then there is your Donald with scared little Chip and Dale.
I wasn't sure about the merch, with the turquoise and all that, because that does not scream Halloween to me. But that color scheme on the pins, it works. I think it's okay.
That's a cool
It does look good on the pins. I wasn't sure when I saw it on like the Spirit jerseys and all.
Right.
I do like it on these pins.
Welcome in, Molly Fitzbrown. I just saw the new pins yesterday. I got the pumpkin. Cool.
I like this Pooh set as well. That's kind of a classic Pooh. Fun little Halloween set there.
Yeah.
And those, and yeah, there you go. The 4 pin sets are. Doesn't show price here. I think the single pins, if I saw correctly on a Resort TV one earlier, I believe those are like $17.99 now.
It's not a bad deal. Get a little bit of a break.
And the last news item I have is another one of merch. This is a new Stitch Halloween plush for Halloween. Stitch with all of his arms extended in a spider costume.
Interesting.
Here he is with his little spikes on the back. So, yeah.
Nice.
Nope.
Biggest thing,
Don't believe that's 18.
Let me get the 4 people here. Biggest thing, obviously, is that we all the Halloween stuff is going on. And that's the craziness that's going around. So, we're not going to get into a lot of the race to 100K and all the recognitions. I'll get into those again next week. I wanted to spend a bunch of the time. Amber Stitch, yeah, you can get them when you go down. I wanted to spend a bunch of the time going over, the meetup and everything and what we did. A couple of quick highlights for coming up. Chris, where are you at on your fundraiser? Real quick, if you don't mind looking.
Real quick, yeah. I can pull that.
We could drop that fundraiser link in again one more time. Hey, Noah, welcome in.
We are currently at $1,711.
$1,711. That will be open all the way through to the actual fundraiser date on February 14th, probably a couple days after. But we got time. You got funds throughout your life that you don't have anything to do with, and you're looking for a tax-deductible, 100% legitimate fundraiser. This is a good one to go to. Yes, Chris?
And we're doing a giveaway tomorrow night, Pete.
I know. I'm about to get to that tomorrow, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Oh, I had that. That was the next thing I was going to ask you. Chris, tell everybody about the giveaway.
Sorry. Yes, we're doing a giveaway tomorrow night for everybody that donated $10. Gets their name put in the wheel for every $10 donated. And I want to get a picture, if I can, Pete, if somebody's got a picture of that whole display we had set up of all the merch. There's a couple of lounge flies, a couple of popcorn buckets, and all that were a part of that. Really,
The pennies are a really hot commodity.
pennies.
I mean, you got the final pennies from Splash Mountain that you can't get anymore, and the opening day pennies from Tron in a 50th anniversary case.
I was not going to mention those, Pete, because those were accidentally not going to make it into the package.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. It is a whole container full of stuff. Chris, if you need a picture, I can get one of the kids to take one tomorrow, put it out on the table, take one. We can do that. I don't know if we have one there.
I can screen grab it or something too.
Okay. If you need to be tuned, let me know. If you want to see it in full, go over to our stream from Friday night. Baker took the camera, went over it at the beginning there too. Amber, I love seeing you in this chatting with people. I'm so ecstatic seeing that there. Jeff Condon just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you, Jeff Condon. Wow. That's amazing thing. Jan S. Disney gifted a membership. Debbie Thunert gifted a membership. Chris Dye gifted a membership. The Irrelevant Fan gifted a membership. And Sean Whipple. Thank you, Jeff, and for all those people as well. I know they'll enjoy it. I appreciate your support of the channel. Everybody give Jeff some love in the chat. Go over tomorrow. Watch Chris's stream. Somebody's going to win that. It's going to be a fantastic giveaway. So we got that going. You'll be live tomorrow at your normal time, 9:30. And you're also back with your chills. I believe I heard next week you're going to be painting. Is that right?
Yes, I'll be painting next week. And we'll be doing Harry Potter episode 6 Sunday night.
Oh, when is that? Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday night, 9:00.
Are you doing you're doing two movies or one?
Just one. This is the 6th one, and then we're still talking. We might do the 7th and the 8th one together in one stream. It will be
okay. Cool.
Earlier.
So if you're not following Chris, everybody here should be following Chris. Saturday nights, 9:30. During the week, you have to be subscribed and know when he's live, because it adjusts. Some nights it's a little different than other nights because of other people on shows. Chris balances out and does that, so it's a good thing. One thing that's real important to me is the ladies have started an Instagram, and it's doing really well for the show. If somebody could grab that link, Stephanie, if you have the link to the Instagram, or you can drop it real quick. They started an Instagram. They're already up over 120 followers. There's going to be a lot of other pictures and all from them, stuff from the lives, all kind of stuff coming in over there. Jen, I know you guys have been working hard on that and pretty excited about that.
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of cool things in the works for the next few months on the show. And we just want to get the word out so that everybody can come on over and be surprised at who we have as our guests and have a few laughs and enjoy what we have to present.
Now, here's the thing. 2 things I'm going to do here. One, first off, tomorrow, from all of the new, and I mean new since last week's show, or Sunday, the ladies are going to announce, we're going to go and we're going to draw one. Somebody is going to win this, which is the 50th anniversary Captain Hook. That's a hard Funko to find now. You cannot find that Funko. It's the 50th anniversary Captain Hook at the Peter Pan's Flight attraction. So that will be from all of the people that are following them on their YouTube or on their Instagram. Okay, so if you're not, Stephanie just dropped the link. Click that Clubhouse Instagram. Give them a follow. You could have a chance to win this on Sunday, and I'll have that mailed out to somebody next week. So that'll be good. We're going to do that. And then I wanted to do something here because I'm going to put this in. Debbie Bernfeld was so gracious with so much stuff here while we were here. We all know that. She's an amazing lady. She didn't know I was going to do this. I got this recently, and I'm going to put this in. I have a painting that Debbie won as her door prize. But what Debbie doesn't know is I got this very collectible patch that is, it's the castle, and it's from France, and it says "Best Day Ever."
Oh
And
my!
so this
Very
is a
nice.
special collectible that will be going in with Debbie Bernfeld's painting to her as a little thank you for everything she did there. And we'll be getting her painting and all the other stuff that I have to mail out to everybody going out this week. So make sure you're following the Instagram. That prize will be given out Sunday night to somebody who's new over there as we get going. Jen, anything you want to highlight for Sunday's show?
If you want to know a secret story about Debbie Bernfeld, you're going to want to tune in.
Great call out. And we've got a great guest Sunday, which we've already announced. Everybody knows that. We announced it last week. That will be T. Marie's Place coming in to sit down with us and go over. And when we announce the next couple, I don't know how the ladies are going to do it, but I'm just going to say this. The next 3 weeks of guests, oh my God, wow. Oh my God, wow. Oh my God, wow. You will probably come in and say, how did those ladies get that person to come in and agree to do the show? So make sure you're following over there. It's going to be really good. Paul, anything you want to highlight? You're going to put handcuffs on anybody? I've been seeing videos lately. You're talking about handcuffing people.
Not that I know of.
Okay. I didn't know. Anything you want to highlight?
No, just go over Sunday and watch the ladies' show, and it's a great show, and great guests and a lot of laughs.
A lot of laughs. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
Diz Our Dream, live from down in the parks. We know that. I believe Mouse Talk's going live tomorrow. Myers and the Mouse will be live tomorrow. Dad Builds will be live tomorrow evening. I'm going to cut this one short and just say, hey, it's been a great show. It's more fun to me to recap. Come back next week. We'll highlight all the updates on all those people going over 1,000 and so much more. A lot of good things to come on the channel. Dad Builds tomorrow night. Big giveaway. Here's my challenge to everybody in the chat. There's 47 people here. Everybody be over at Dad Builds tomorrow, and let's help the community get him another $300 and put him over $2,000 by the time he finishes his chat tomorrow. That would really make my week. Guys, thanks for coming in, doing the show with me tonight. It's been a blast. I don't know if I have Mickey ready. Do I have Mickey ready to go out? Are you back? Hold on. Before we go.
Oh, no. After, when you get off.
Oh, Lord. Am I in trouble?
No.
All right. Not this time? All right. Mickey, get me out of here. Hold on. Stay tuned, guys. Hang tight for a second. Mickey's hiding, Amber, because of you. Is this going to cost me money?
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.